Have you ever lost a Camino? Today is the 3rd anniversary of my walking into Santiago de Compostela with Ruben, my 11-year-old son. Having started in St. John Pied de Port, and I'm sure many of you know the feeling of loss in coming home, that longing to be back on the Camino. Which is why today I'm filming the first day of my second Camino starting in Logroño. However, I'm actually still here in Australia, waiting for an airline refund because I lost my Camino. Just on 4 weeks ago, I decided to go on a last-minute Camino. I figured my fitness was okay. I had just lost 12 kilograms of COVID-induced obesity. And I figured with 4 weeks, I can increase that to Camino fitness. So I purchased an airline ticket. A couple of days later, I came down with the same cold my son had. He had tested negative for COVID, so no worries. 2 days of fever later and a further 5 days of feeling like I had a cold, so after 7 days in total in bed, I was feeling much better and took a COVID test, and it was positive.
What you talking about, Willis?
Then I had another medical complication that had me in bed for what ended up being another 2 weeks of bed rest. So no walking, no training. My fitness disappeared faster than a rabbit in a magician's hat. When I finally was out of bed, I only had 4 days left to train, pack, sort everything and get ready for a solo Camino. Just 4 days? It did not matter. By then I'd already cancelled my flight. I had lost my Camino. So while I put on a brave face for family that it's all okay, I know that last night I would have slept in the Donativo Albergue in the church in Logroño. Today, I would have been walking past the spot where my foot exploded in pain on my first Camino. That injury had us off walking for 11 days. And we needed to do some bus jumps to make up for the lost time. This trip was going to go from Logroño to Santiago, rewalking most parts and filling in some blank spots from 3 years ago. I really needed it, as COVID destroyed our family business. The state of Victoria had us in various lockdowns for around 300 days.
What you talking about?
Some of the highest lockdowns on the planet. And even when we were not locked down, the restrictions to travel and do business and any activity effectively had us in lockdown for 2.5 years. We went nowhere, did nothing. I needed a Camino. Have you lost a Camino that you had already booked? Please comment below and share how you survived it. For me, well, I'm going back in time 3 years.
We're sending you back to the future.
I've taken my diary and my son's diary, and instead of walking the Camino, I'm going to edit our book. The core of it's written, but it's way too big. I need to shed around 30 to 40,000 words. It's simply way too big right now. And that's how I'm dealing with losing this Camino. Hopefully I can still do something Camino-y and move things forward.